are. We are here now with a legend in the game, digital reporter and host for Grind City Media in the Memphis Grizzlies. We got KJ Wright in the building, but KJ, before we start.
Let go.
KJ, before we start, Zach's from Seattle. We were in a production meeting.
Like a legend, KJ Wright. I saw the tweet this morning. I was like, people are going to think this is someone else.
We were like, we got KJ Wright. Zach was like, from the Seahawks?
You brought me a Super Bowl, all right? Like, yeah.
What a letdown.
No, it's great to have you. It's great to have you.
So how are you enjoying your summer league so far?
The Grizzlies have not played yet.
Okay.
And I've been here for 2 days, so I've just been
You been enjoying yourself?
sweating.
Did you avoid the
hot as hell out here?
Yeah.
Did you avoid the temptations? Were you on the street? Were you on the strip
Have
getting
you
it? Or you?
gambled?
I didn't do a damn thing. I ordered lobster quesadilla and sat my ass in bed last
Oh,
night.
I went through that same menu that you looked at. Almost got it, but it was like a $9 delivery charge, 20% service fee, and all this other shit. I'm like, that's like
It cost me $70.
Wow.
$70.
Steve Wynn.
It's a good quesadilla, though.
You got to chill out, dog.
Yeah.
Quesadilla, 20-point price point, $20 price point, Steve.
No clubs yet, no gambling yet.
No, I don't gamble.
Okay.
I like to spend my money on like shoes and clothes.
Okay.
Yes, I'm the same
As we
way.
see,
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
the Gucci Force,
Yeah.
special election.
Wow.
You feel me? Just a little something, you know what I mean?
No, I can't afford things like that.
Yeah, right.
I'm a family man.
Yeah.
That goes to the kids.
We know
The kids will have
about,
good
we
shit.
know about the bags, you know? We know.
I do bag finesse. I'm not in Vegas for free. I'll just say that.
Yeah.
But KJ, obviously, we got to hit you on the Grizzlies. And first, I just want to talk about Ja Morant. So we saw the video of Ja. He blessed that waitress with a $500 tip. He says he moves like that. Is he accurate? What's he like off the court? What's it like dealing with Ja Morant?
Yeah, we actually talked to him yesterday about that video because someone asked him about it at a press conference. And I think it's really cool because that is what he's like every day. Like he knows all the ushers' names at games.
Oh,
like
that's fire.
I know.
Yeah.
So
I know.
cool.
He knows all the security guards. Like I feel like he almost like doesn't get as much recognition off the court as he should because he's so friggin' good on the court.
Yeah,
for
But
sure.
like so genuinely nice.
Yeah.
You mentioned ushers. So we got to talk about
Usher.
his usher, his dad.
What a transition.
That's
Can we take a minute? That was
Bro.
well fucking
Pause
done.
Like a little bell or something. Yeah.
I've been growing in this game. Yo.
That confetti cannon on that.
T. Morant's become a
horns.
celebrity in his own. How's T to deal with when you start talking like this? Like, what's going on, KJ? How you doing?
He's the actual. Okay, so we talk to Ja all the time, like, oh, like, what's it like now being a celebrity? Like, everyone knows who you are. He's like, like, T is the real celebrity.
What?
That man goes
Doesn't
and like,
surprise
kiss-
me though.
And when I say kiss babies, he legitimately kisses babies at games.
Legend.
Bless
Legend.
this
I respect
family, bless that
it.
family.
He's so fun. He's
Right,
so
right.
funny. The Usher moment was absolutely
Who
classic.
set that up?
Someone with the Grizzlies. I don't know.
Okay,
'Cause
that's
he wears
so
those
good.
sunglasses at
Right,
games
right,
every
right.
game.
That shit
And I
was
think
perfect.
Eventually, everyone was like, "Wait, you look exactly like Usher." Like, let's
Right.
I think Jasmine L. Watkins came through with one of the first tweets bringing it out. Shout out to
Jasmine.
JL Dub.
Shout out to Jasmine. Yeah,
She
yeah.
beat me. I was like, I want to get this Usher tweet off. Let me check Jasmine's timeline real quick.
She already got you.
Back in the
Yeah.
She already
draft.
got
Hustler.
you. Damn.
Oh.
How do you feel about his other off-court activities? You know what I mean? He's legendary with the Don Julio. You know what I mean? Like,
I was going to say, he is my favorite tweet.
I
of the summer.
love
Favorite-
drunk Ja
My
Morant.
favorite tweet of the summer, the find out how these hollows feel tweet, an 11 out of 10. Hey, you don't have to address
12.
it.
Good,
I'm just
solid
gonna say,
12.
He deleted that.
Don't,
though,
yeah, he
didn't
did.
Yeah.
Don't
He
be
shouldn't
an
have. The
asshole
dude
online.
earned it. The dude
Don't
earned
be an
it.
asshole
The
to
dude
people
earned it.
online. The guy earned it. Like, you know what I mean?
The thing is, don't you feel like you know him because he doesn't like tweet like
Doesn't play.
Hello,
Grizzlies.
friends.
Right,
He's
right.
like, fuck y'all. This is how I really feel.
That's why he's the best. Like,
and that's
his-
then like dead ass. That's him. Like
yeah.
When he
That's
liked the
like-
fuck 12 post, Ja, you
Real
became one of my
one.
heroes.
I love that
I think
dude.
he also deleted that.
He did.
I bought the
You
jersey
guys
after
are just
that.
bringing up
That's what I got the Ja Morant jersey. After
I
I
bought my child a Ja
Morant.
Morant jersey to honor
Right.
that
He's-
moment, Ja.
he's
So
truly
NBA, you got a
the
bag
best.
off of that. So love it.
Truly the best. So,
Yeah.
and I like that he's like free of, like, he is who he is, and that's the beauty of it, you know. So we just got a little bit of news. Ja Morant in an interview just said if he was playing MJ to 10 one-on-one, he would cook him. And I just kind of want to ask the group, what is the consensus there? Is that okay to say? I mean, I love Ja, and so Ja saying this
we've all lied
makes me
before.
love Ja.
You know what I'm saying? It's
What
okay,
MJ?
man.
Miguel Jenkins? What MJ are we talking about?
He lied, but I love the energy though. Of course, Josh said that. You know what I'm saying?
Of course, John's living my life that I wish I could live if I was in the league, bro.
Yeah.
Like
Right,
this
right.
entire summer, like he's over here getting twisted on IG Live,
Right.
taking amigos to the face, like rocking the chains, saying he's addicted to money.
Right.
And now he's saying he'll cook Michael Jordan 1-on-1. So it's like, yo, Memphis, nurture that boy, yo. Like you guys got a very
He's a
special
gem,
man.
yeah.
Like it don't matter. Like of course he knows a million people like us are gonna see this and say,
Right,
"Oh,
right.
this man's crazy," whatever. That's not the point, yo.
No.
embrace this man, embrace this kid. He's a special
Best.
talent, and man, the amount of no fucks given that he has is just so admirable.
2 watches on it.
It's so
bro.
admirable.
2 diamond covered watches,
Shiny.
One on his wrist. It's like-
Right.
Pacific
Why
and
not?
Eastern.
Morant,
But you know
what I mean?
MJ's on the iPad at the crib with a cigar. Like I'd have no problem with you.
So just as an exercise, in case this is going to come out a few days later, I'm going to give you some scenarios where Kyrie maybe ends up,
Okay.
and just have you react, just so we have them in the can, right?
Okay.
Kyrie retires to go into the psychedelics business.
I'm not touching that one. I'm not touching that one.
No.
What you gonna say?
You look like you may have crossed paths with a psychedelic every once in a while.
I mean, I
Those
went to.
sunglasses say you might be on
I mean,
psychedelics
Bay
right
Area-
now, bro.
I went to school. I went to Berkeley High, bro. That's like, ain't that ground zero for where that's at? I'm not gonna say I partake, but I've definitely seen it around.
You know some people who know some people.
We gotta talk about this KD shit.
Okay, go
We
ahead.
gotta talk
Tap
about
in.
it.
Tap in.
As a Timberwolves executive, KD gets his ass kissed for 3 years, gets every single fucking thing he wants. He gets his coach, he gets his boy, he gets DeAndre Ayton paid, he gets Jared Allen to fuck up out the paint. He gets everything he wants.
You wanted Jared Allen? Oh, what did Jared do?
Exactly. They
Jared's a solid
Some people don't rock with afros
they
like
buck
that.
back on Kyrie, a dude who refuses to work. And he says, "Get me out of there with 4 years left." Why would I trade for that?
Refuses to work.
Why would he
The
wake up?
stipulations are gone,
Well,
bro.
because of
He's
the
going to be
Timberwolves.
working this
Oh,
year.
is he?
You know,
We
can't bet on
You don't
Kyrie
remember when he
regardless.
took his
We
birthday
don't know what
off?
Kyrie want to do.
You don't remember when he took his
I take
birthday
my
off?
birthday off, you feel me?
He took January 6th off. I was like, Jesus.
Hey, we all should take January 6th off.
He said the rotunda.
Out for eternity.
Come on, man. I was just
We
as
was the
upset as the
Charlottesville
next
shit. We
man.
need to take that off too. You feel me?
I'm taking January 7th
Kyrie was
off
at the
too. Fuck it.
rotunda. Tell your friends.
Like,
You a
come
snitch.
on, man. So if you're
Why
a
you ain't
team, how do you
snitching?
trade for a dude who, after Brooklyn gives him every fucking thing he wants, he asks to be out? How can you count on him not doing that to you?
The one thing that mattered was Kyrie. All the other shit was cool. The one thing that mattered was Kyrie, and he played. They played with that. So he said, "Fuck y'all."
That's interesting.
bro.
You don't agree?
No, I agree. That's the
Yeah,
one
yeah.
thing that matters. I think that's a statement on KD. If that's the one thing that matters to
Sai
you,
is pushing in the wrong time.
Yeah.
And the wrong player.
Yeah.
Push with the other shit, Sai.
Yeah.
Don't push with this shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think that's
I don't
rich.
think you can tell a billionaire how to push.
I mean, but hey, now we got a grit and grind team. It's gonna be only him in the motherfucking in the arena now. You feel me? Enjoy that.
He said Jay-Z didn't gentrify that area for a great
He did. Jay-Z didn't gentrify for green grind. He gentrified for KD and Kyrie.
man.
You're moving all these black people out of here for this bullshit.
oh
Right.
man, shouts to Carpetbagger Hove.
So you look at the NBA insider community, you got the Woj, the Shams, the Chris Haynes, yourself. Is there beef between y'all when y'all see each other? Is it like Death Row and Bad Boy?
Walking by like
Is it just
this.
stare
Squaring
down,
up, you know what I mean?
mugs?
It's
Like,
on
okay.
site with Woj.
Oh, you
feel
got
me?
sources too, homie? What's good?
See Woj in the
What you
parking
got on
lot,
my
rev the
sources?
engine at him
Right.
a little bit, you know?
Beef is right
Cool,
there.
y'all get along, or is it?
All I'll say is that I don't have beef with anybody.
But they got beef
But
with
there's
you.
beef out there. All right, good,
All I'll
good,
say is
good.
I don't have beef with anybody.
Good.
And Mark Stein's been a great mentor and a friend.
Legend.
Very grateful to him. But yeah, I don't have beef with anybody. I will say
If
that.
any of them try to square up with you, are you nervous at all? Like, whoa, just like, let's run the fade, homie. You just like, let's get it.
Yeah.
You don't have
No
to
comment.
answer this.
No
I mean, like, bro, we ain't trying to mess your money up.
Just
We
to let y'all
appreciate
know,
you
if I
being
was in
here,
that
dog.
game, I'm punking all y'all. Give me your sources,
Would you
Woj.
fight Woj?
It's a great question.
Let me see your
It's a
phone.
not answer.
Yeah.
What size shoe you wear, Woj? Every time we see you, you're on your way to go get a bag.
Yeah.
We got it from getting a bag. And when do you sleep?
He's talking about money, just so for the record, so we all know.
For the people that don't know, that don't get bags.
Let's not get that twisted.
For the non-bag getters. Oh,
Please.
not the baggie or bag, you know what I mean?
Clickbait, drug addict.
What happened to him?
Crazy on that.
About money.
It's actually intervention. No.
Yes, correct. That is what I do.
When are you sleeping? How are you finding time to do all this? Because we saw you and you were like, I had to do this and this and this, and like we're glad you pulled up to do our thing. But when have you slept?
And my big thing has always been like, I always want to be busy. I think the worst thing in life is not being busy, and that's when people get themselves into trouble when they're not busy. And one of my idols who I always say, that's who I want to aspire to be is Ryan Seacrest.
Yeah.
And
Oh, wow.
anybody you ask about Ryan Seacrest, they'll tell you that
Go.
dude is always on the move and he's doing 1,000 things. So that's the goal, and that's kind of what I'm trying to follow.
That's interesting because my favorite thing to do is nothing. I love doing nothing. I love that shit.
I do too.
He doesn't.
But you were supposed to be here yesterday. You know what I mean? And you pulled up today. What was going on? You know what I mean? You was enjoying Vegas?
We DJ'd this weekend.
Yeah.
And, when I get into character, sometimes I get a little too into character.
Hey, I respect it.
So I was
fantastic.
a little unwell, so I had to reschedule last minute.
You're a summer league aficionado. You hear all the time.
Yeah.
What's your favorite part about NBA summer league?
As far as from the team perspective, everybody's in a good mood.
Right.
Everyone always thinks their off season's going great. Like we drafted the guy we wanted to draft. We signed the guy we wanted to sign. We're gonna be killing it next year. Oh, I can't wait. The guys are looking great in practice. Oh, when the vets came out and he's working out with the young guys. That's summer league, man. Any other NBA event where a lot of people show up, like, for instance, All-Star Weekend, middle of the year, people are stressed. Yeah. Jobs are on the line. Like, oh, man.
I'm not going to be here.
Good way to put it.
People are stressed. But, summer league, you would have just got your job now. So, we just got an extension. Ain't nobody worried about their job. We about to kill it.
I love seeing the people who just got their job and they're wearing the team issue polo.
Yeah.
Happy as hell.
No, I'm supposed to be here.
Right.
We have Haley O'Shaughnessy here of the Spinsters podcast. Someone who's
Keep that. Keep that. No. Keep that.
Keep it in. We're in Vegas day 2. You know what it is.
I hate doing anything with him. Hey, I want to just say this man was eating eggs yesterday in 107-degree weather outside wearing pants.
I'm an old man. I got to keep it shredded.
Disgusting.
Dog. You know what I'm saying? I fall off, I might not get back.
People said you deserve.
Kind of scrambled.
Yes, which doesn't matter. It's eggs.
No, that's fine.
See?
If it was over
Thank you.
easy, that'd be sick.
Okay,
You'd be a
right.
sick-
Haley knows what
I had to deflect.
You can't even hold your mic, bro. Work on that.
All right. I had a little too much caffeine this morning. Thank you for joining us. It's John's first time in Vegas. Do you have any advice for him? Things to do, things not to do. We got really good advice from Amin, but if you got any extras for him, please.
I think at this stage of life, obviously, if you come to Vegas,
At this stage of life.
Yeah, I know.
You're an old man, so you might not want to
Sit here, old nigga.
Really nice early bird special for you.
Right.
I'm talking about myself. My first time in Vegas,
golf.
of course, I went to the clubs
Every
and
club,
everything, but
yeah.
I just don't think that's the way to spend your time or your money.
Right.
The things that are great here is the food and the shopping.
What
And
about
that's what I would
drugs?
do.
No comment.
Pharmaceutical legal drugs.
I'll say it. They're
Legal
lovely.
ones.
If
Never
it's
too
from
old
here,
for
I'll
drugs.
do it, and that's all I'm saying.
Supposed to do y'all like that.
Hey, man. You know what, though? I'm not even mad at it, man. There's a big part of me that respects it.
The hate is
you know,
love with
The
Trey,
hate is
you know what I
definitely
mean?
love, bro. The fact that a dude like that who, say what you want about him, is a superstar in this league.
Facts.
He gets up to come play at the Garden. You want him to get up.
Right,
you don't want him
right.
to come
That's
and
respect.
spitball. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So, and I'll say, the New York audience and the Knicks definitely helped elevate his own status. You know what I'm saying? So
That's it, yo.
I watch a lot of wrestling. I see you need a good guy for a good bad guy.
You'll turn right
it
there
all
in
makes
your
sense.
face. 100%.
Trey Young Valley.
Not Dykeman, though. Not Dykeman, though. Golly, man.
Have you had moments where you've reached out to confirm something and broke the news to someone about someone getting traded, fired, anything like that? Have you had that situation where you're like, hey, I'm calling to confirm this, and then they're like, you calling to confirm what?
Yeah.
You're not
Give
going
an
to be
example
here.
necessarily, but
Yeah. Well, so it's interesting. Every team's different.
yeah.
The way they have, I mean, some teams are ironclad and the only people who are in the room where it happens know what's happening, right?
Interesting.
So a lot of times, and the way my approach has always been, I try to work my way up the food chain, not to label people in their power ranking, but that's just what it is, right?
For sure.
And you collect little pieces, and then before you bring it to the king, you're like, I know what this story is. I've got these details. I'm writing
Wow.
this. Help me be as accurate as I can. So a lot of the time, lower level dudes or an assistant coach on the team won't know that someone's hurt or traded or whatever, and I do tell them, yeah, that
That's
does happen,
awesome.
yeah.
I got to get y'all on Dame. 2 more years that he's not going to be running from the grind.
He's a genius.
60 mil on the Bezzy.
No,
He's a genius.
It-
He's a
that's
genius.
Good for him, for sure. But
Yeah.
that contract is going to be tough to move.
I mean,
Gives a fuck.
Yeah.
He's making 60 mil.
money,
Fuck
Jody.
everything else, bro. Fuck winning, fuck legacy. I can buy one of Pippen's
That's
broke ass
it.
rings when he puts that shit on motherfucking eBay, dog. Fuck that shit, dog.
What part of the Blazers' history makes you think, oh, they'll make a move though?
Yeah, that's fair. Look how long it took him to get rid of CJ, and it was CJ. You know what I'm saying? Like, but at the same time, I applaud Dame because I think Bradley Beal saw what Dame was doing, and he was like, "Yo, push the loyalty angle, and you will get cashed out." They pay. Bradley Beal is not a $260 million guy.
No.
He's not somebody who makes you a playoff contender by himself. He's just not. But he pushed the loyalty. Ted Leonis was like, all right, yeah.
He's gonna get.
He likes me.
You know what I'm saying? They haven't been able
that's
to
a
get
great
people to come
point.
there. So like,
that's
let's
a great
keep
point.
him, you know
and
what I mean?
they about to sign a new TV deal. So like, basically, almost halfway through that contract, it's gonna be a little bit better. But like, man, I look at Brad Beal and I'm just like, he has never been that type of dude. He's never been a Dame. He's never been a KD, a Steph. You know, these dudes that just set a culture, make sure you got something positive going on just by being there. He's never been that good as he is.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm just like, damn.
You're
but shit, man, loyalty.
I mean, no, he's not Dame, but he's still a great player.
No, he is
You're
a
gonna
great
have to
player.
max that motherfucker out to keep him, especially in Washington. You know what I'm saying? So I can say, yeah, exactly. So you don't have to be Dame to get that type of money.
Bro, I come from an NBA where like Jim McIlvain got a bag, so I'm happy for everybody to get their money.
Jim McIlvain and Evan Eschmeyer got a small bag.
You know what I'm talking about? I love seeing men get bags out here. You see all this new media stuff going on because we're a part of it too. What do you think about this whole old media, new media? Because you've been on both sides.
Hey,
You've done square media, and now you with the new media too.
I'm gonna keep it a whole stack, bro. We all trying to like get the same goal.
Yeah.
Right.
I think everybody got a lane. Like I just think that there's a lot of hating and stuff right there. I ain't gonna participate in that. You know what I'm saying? It's media. Everybody trying to get a check. Like I think that I tell Draymond all the time, bro. I love his podcast. He over here I told him before he did this shit, I was like, bro, you trying to take our jobs, ain't you? And he just did a little Draymond smile. Bro, but
he's great.
But he's
bro.
great at it,
he's
man.
So
like
good.
he's really, really good at it. But the key is though, there's not a lot of people that are as good at this as Draymond is. And there's going to be a lot of imposters that are going to try to be Draymond, and they're just not him. There's only one person. So I would say the biggest argument is don't do the media stuff just because you think it's cool and there's clout involved and all that stuff. Do it because you really want to, because this is a business where that's just what's going to keep you going ahead, is wanting to do it and wanting to be dedicated to it. And Draymond is one of the few people that I think is going to do it for years to come and ain't going to quit on it, because he's said this all the time that I put all my all into this just as I would on the basketball court. So I think he's going to be fine.
So you mentioned the hoop. Obviously, we got to go back in time to old days. Your pops, Adam, used to run the UCLA run back in the day. And a lot of people used to pull up, and let's say if you're not good enough, Pops was not letting them get in there. But he would always make sure to get in those first two games. Right. And the one thing about those games I was telling these guys is you can't miss, right? So if you're playing with these league dudes, but he would knock down his 18, 19-footer, be a plus, he'd be a plus at the end of the game. Right. What do you remember from those UCLA men's gym days? Like, what was the craziest or coolest experience from those times?
Nothing today compares to those runs.
Yeah.
I've known Josiah since I was a little kid. But I mean, imagine being a 10-year-old kid and no one else is allowed in the gym. I mean, it's literally only pros pretty much. And this little 10-year-old kid who's running around like shooting with everyone. And heydays, it's like Kobe, Shaq,
KG's
Paul
in there?
Pierce, KG, like literally the best players in the league. No cameras, no highlights, none of that stuff. It's like come in, hoop, and if you can't hoop, get off the court.
Yeah,
it was crazy.
What did you learn from those days though? Because I know you're seeing the dogs at the top of their career, coming in there and putting work in, like that we don't get to see, especially at that time. Like, what did you learn from those days?
So the craziest story I ever have from that run is I saw Russell Westbrook like take his big leap in that gym, and it's like,
was he at UCLA or was he at?
So that was the advantage for the UCLA players was that all the pros came in, but it was also the UCLA team usually had like 2 teams of 5.
We would get a squad. Three courts, 6 teams basically, and then sometimes it'd be so crowded you get an extra team of 5, but you didn't want to go to the loser court because if you lost and you had to go sit a game as that win. And then there was the main court. Were you around for Magic?
Of course.
So the thing I always remember from Summer League is Magic would call, like he would never lose to the point where he would cheat. And this is real shit. Anybody who was there win. So I've seen Magic get clean pickpocket, call foul. He would just be like, ball.
Yeah.
And nobody would question Magic. Whole gym would be like, oh, come on, Magic. Come on. To the point, but nobody would say shit to Magic. He earned that level.
Right.
Was, under no circumstance was his team losing on that big court. They were not. And I maybe saw once or twice that they actually lost the game.
That's what was so cool about it was there was no refs. So it was like call your own fouls, and if you were a UCLA player, you're not getting a foul. Like it's not even in the question.
Oh, okay.
Turn your shit.
Right.
No review booth. Like, nah, young fella, you're not getting that.
Right.
You ain't earned that.
I can't call my fouls too? Like, no.
That is going along, finishing that story that I was talking about. That is why I really saw Russ take that next step, is because, you kind of get bullied as a college athlete in that gym. And Russ one day he was pissed off, like super pissed off, and took off from damn near the free throw line and just yammed it, and the whole gym stopped. All 3 courts stopped and looked at the other court because
he different.
Wasn't doing that stuff yet. And he did that, and everybody looked around and they were like, "Okay, this dude is serious."
Wow.
Yeah.
Did you ever see someone get like real upset in that?
Oh, for sure.
Okay.
All the time. Yeah.
Okay.
Like these dudes were, like there were fights, there were threats.
There were some real Raymond White man can't. I'm going to get a gun and pull it back out. I'm not gonna say names.
Multiple times.
I'm coming back. Like, I'm coming back with the heater. Like,
What did your
whoa.
pops do when you was in there? Like, see, you know what I'm saying?
So there was one day in particular that I really remember, and I'm not gonna drop names.
Yeah,
out.
We don't need
totally
that. Yeah,
fair.
but we would.
A
we would
pretty big
mind it.
rapper at the time, a very well-known rapper.
Did he make you say a certain word?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Did he make him say something? I don't know.
go ahead.
Pretty well-known rapper
Yeah.
walks in the gym, and rapper / hooper, I guess
Yeah.
you could have called him.
Well, he did. He did play in the league.
3 courts going, all very high caliber basketball players, and he believed that he should have been on the floor, and my dad did not believe so, and he went to get his gun, and my dad and I went home.
What a story.
A gun to play? I was wondering. He had some go in him.
I'm not saying that's the same thing, but P would be up there a lot. What I loved about P was he came with the P Miller gear, but it was all knockoffs of NBA jerseys.
He has nothing to do with this. Just like,
P would drop a single name. The P Miller gear.
That's a different story.
different well-known rapper that played in the league.
This is a different story.
Atlanta Hawks jersey, but it said P Miller on it, and then Romeo would be in there too, and it's like, dog, Romeo's not getting on the court.
Right.
So Romeo could play. Silk the Shocker was like, Silk's not getting on the
USC
court.
legend Romeo.
Like the N1 dudes would come through, like Hot Sauce and those guys, very
Real.
good at what they did on the street scene. But that bullshit's not getting no play in the gym. We're blocking all that, locking up.
But also, like, it wasn't just my dad's decision. It was like the pros were like,
Of
"Yo, we
course.
only want like
Pros.
the
And he's
best
making the
players."
list.
Yeah.
Right.
But I saw your dad catch a lot of funk out there, but he always gave me love, so I had no issue with him. But let's talk a little bit about you and your career, man. If you could give advice, because this is people starting to hit me up a lot now, because this thing is becoming a burgeoning industry. Like, you know, we got our shows, you got your stuff going on. If you could give advice to some of these young kids now who are coming up, trying to get into this lane and get into the space of what we're doing, what would you tell them?
I would tell them that you're going to get a lot of no's, and the no's are okay because it kind of just puts you on the right path to what you truly want to do.
So
I think for a long time, like, you know, and I guess it's different for me because I'm probably a little older than the people that are trying to do it. I always wanted to be Stuart Scott, always wanted to be Gus Johnson, always wanted to be on like ESPN. And, you know, I grew up and I figured like, you know what, maybe that ain't the right path for me because I can't really truly be myself and really do what I feel like I can do. And I think those no's really shaped me to where I'm at now, to kind of like make it a little bit more easier and digestible, to kind of go in there and not feel like I got to put on and not feel like I got to fit this sort of box that, you know, people have been successful at. I would say try a lot of things, you know, like don't sit there and, you know, it's okay to be inspired by other people, but you're only going to get noticed by being like the first version of yourself.
Right.
So people that are making these type of calls that want to call you on and trying to, you know, either get you a bag or get you on a certain platform or anything like that, they're going to make their decisions based on who's best for them. And if they feel like you're a second-rate version of somebody else,
they're going
to go get that person. You know what I'm saying?
So don't be the Chrysler 300 is what you're saying. Don't be the Chrysler 300.
It was a decent car, though. You know what I'm saying?
Nice car. I'd read it all the
Don't hate
time.
on the Chrysler 300. Chrysler, very dependable whip.
Used to have that car.
Twister had a stretch Chrysler 300. You know what I'm saying? With the butterfly doors. He says a baby Bentley. Not true. Not true, but we respect it. You know, we always respect Twister.
So in this improvisation exercise, I'm going to give you scenarios that have not happened.
Okay.
Scenario 1, Kyrie gets traded to the Lakers. Your thoughts?
I think that would be a lovely full circle moment.
Okay.
Actually, like in a very sincere type of thing, I think the LeBron relationship is one of the things that sometimes I feel bad for athletes and celebrities when shit has to be worked out in public.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And the media put all of these things on it, and maybe they wish that they could have done that privately. Like the father thing was so weird.
Yeah.
I always go
forgot
back
about
to that.
that.
Yeah, I mean they're grown ups.
That's a father figure.
But yeah.
Hey, LeBron gives me a bag. I'll call him daddy. I don't give. You got a bag in the ring for me, Bron?
Spoil me, Zaddy.
God.
Father, Bron.
Let the record show. I would as well. But all right, I'm gonna give you the second prompt. Okay. Second prompt, Kyrie stays with the Nets.
Yeah.
What's your immediate
No,
thought?
I think that's amazing. That's actually what I really want to happen.
Okay.
That's what I really want to happen. Can I give
That's
you
not
guys
what
a
we want to
prompt?
happen.
Are we out of
No,
time?
I've got one more,
Okay.
and then I think we have to wrap. But
Damn, you don't want to hear my prompt?
I do actually.
Give us
You
your
can,
prompt.
wait. I got to give her the last one though. The last one, Kyrie retires. Okay. Kyrie retires and decides to dedicate his whole life to developing psychedelics that he can sell.
I would like to see it.
I love that answer.
What's the price point?
Answer we've
Like,
got.
you haven't mentioned what the price point is.
Answer.
Is it for reasonable humans? Is it for rich boys? Like, can we all get in on it?
Mushrooms, Kyrie mushroom
Kyrie for the
gummies.
people.
She thought about it too. I would like to see it.
I've never seen a team or a franchise rather. We've seen the Spurs where it's depth and drafting, and then we've seen the Lakers where it's luxury tax and luxury tax. I've never seen a team that can do both.
Well, it's interesting because the Warriors, you just mentioned the Spurs. The blueprint they want to get to is the Spurs,
Yeah.
you know, and build. Like I was talking to Steve a couple, like after during the finals, and he was talking about how Steph Curry reminds him so much of Tim Duncan, just a singular guy that you can build around for years to come. Now, the only way you can do that is by getting those young guys like a Kuminga, like a Moses Moody, and this is gonna and a Jordan Poole.
Jordan Poole.
Jordan
Can't forget
Poole.
Poole.
Let me can't forget
God.
him. But those guys need to develop fast, like next season fast, and if they can do that, then they can get to the goal that they want. But the Warriors, honestly, when you look at the rest of the league, I'm sorry, Josiah. I'm sorry. They're in a great position right now. Like they're
Greatest position.
when you look around the league and you look at like all the uncertainty around the league, you know, we don't know if Kyrie's going to the Lakers. I think we do, but we don't know if he's going to the Lakers.
I hope
And
so.
will that be enough
Or
anyway?
if that
though,
will be
you know what I'm
enough,
saying?
right? Like I'm sorry, you know, because every time I see him,
We know this though, but I'm telling you, I knew once Clay got hurt and KD dipped, it was going to be a good 2-year window to get the jokes off.
Yeah.
Because once Clay came back, Steph was going to be Steph no matter what.
This is
I didn't know it'd be
hold on,
this
hold on.
good,
This is
though.
how this motherfucker be fooling y'all. I just want this is my camera right here, right?
Yeah.
This is how Josiah Johnson be fooling y'all. He knows the game, but he loves talking shit more than he loves the other shit. Okay? He loves all of that.
It's a
he
drug.
knows the truth. Just know this. When you see him on that, he knows the truth. But he is a troll.
KJ, we appreciate you pulling up with us out of pocket in Vegas. Hope you have a safe time. I know you have a game
I mean,
tonight.
I'm so sorry to you.
You've been phenomenal. We would not have had as good a conversation with KJ.
We know you got to
Thank
work tonight. You have bags in progress, and we appreciate you pulling up with us.
Thank you guys.
Let's play that horse game. You feel me?
She's gonna be.
She want all smoke.
She's
She
gonna
want
beat
all
your
smoke.
ass
And
at horse.
you saw the look in her eyes, Chuck. You see
As soon as you
that?
said that, I was like,
Right, she
I
like,
didn't mean to. I was like,
I'm light work, huh? You know what I'm saying? Hey, we got to run that.
If you like this episode, make sure you subscribe to Buckets.
Follow us on all social media platforms.
Also, we dropped our own merch right here. You can get it on bucketshop.com.